Hey, this is Caleb with Conserve Irrigation. Today, I've got some quick tips for you to protect your sprinkler system from freeze damage if you haven't had a chance to winterize yet and there's a freeze coming like we have this weekend, but maybe you're not on the schedule until next week, or maybe you forgot to call and you're scrambling and you're not sure you can get somebody in time. Here's some things you can do to protect your system. We're going to have a night in the 20s. It is going to be below freezing most of the evening, but back above freezing during the day. So the main thing that we're concerned about is the backflow preventer, the RPZ, some people call it. That's this unit right here. In Arkansas, we have RPZ units above ground. They're exposed to the outside temperature air, which means they're the most susceptible, and they're the first thing that might have a problem. Everything underground with a night in the 20s is probably okay. The pipes, the valves, the heads likely aren't going to have an issue. We're concerned about this thing. So me and I are going to show you some tips. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. We're going to show you some tips and tricks to take care of your backflow preventer. Oh, come this way, baby. Okay. So the first thing, the quickest and easiest thing to do is to trickle a little water through your backflow preventer, just like you would a faucet inside your house to protect your pipes. If you have a hose bib, that's as simple as just cracking it open like this, letting a little bit of water trickle out. If you don't have a hose bib on your unit, some older ones do not. There are test cocks that are used for testing your backflow. These are these little devices. Let's scoot this way. These little devices right here, they all have a little ball valve that you can turn with a flathead screwdriver. You want to take the one that's closest to the end of the backflow and open it with a flathead screwdriver just a tiny bit so that water starts to trickle out of it. That will keep water moving through the device. All we're trying to do is just keep water trickling through the device, because moving water is less likely to freeze. Okay, other quick things that you can do. You can wrap it with an old jacket or a towel or a blanket, something like that, to help insulate it. That's been proven to work. If you're kind of handy, this unit should be on unions like this one is here. You can actually loosen it up yourself and remove the whole device. You have to turn your water off first to do that. But that's the most surefire way to bring it inside where it's not going to freeze at all. That will 100% protect your unit. Probably the hardest way to do it. Another thing that you can do if you have time is you can run to a hardware store and pick up this heat wrap that you can see I have on this unit here. This plugs into an extension cord, and when it gets below freezing, this will keep the metal pipe above freezing. The important thing with this is to make sure that it's touching all components of the backflow. So you have to wrap it really tight, get one that's quite a bit longer. This is 9-foot length here. Do these steps if you can, and hopefully that will prevent a freeze before we can get out there to winterize it. Thanks.